Hi guys, Penny Rose Journals. How are you doing? I'm just making some altered paper clips, very simple altered paper clips. I just need some, especially if I'm going to be putting lots of book pages and ephemera and stuff in my journals. I need some just little paper clips that can hang on to things. So I knocked this one up a few minutes ago just to try it out. I'm using dictionary page because I think I've mentioned before I have more dictionaries, coffee dyed dictionary pages than the State Library has dictionaries. So yeah, I just thought I would use what I had handy. So yeah, I just made a little pocket, stuck a paper clip in it, and then just made a little tag, also out of dictionary page. Now I just stapled a little bit of ribbon because I had it floating around here and I thought it makes a little handy pull, but you could put a little hole in and put some lace, whatever. This is just what I have lying around, and also obviously you can decorate these up once you're finished making them. You could also put a little divot in the top there, as people do, so that you can see there's something to pull in and pull out. I don't have a paper punch that's going to be small enough for this, so yeah, I just have made my tag a little taller than my pocket, which is very easy to do. So anyway, I'll just show you how I did these. They're super simple. Well, is the other half of that page. All I did was tear the edges off, so I had it, that's two dictionary pages together. No measuring. Please don't ask me what my measurements are, because I'm not going to tell you, because I don't know. I just grab a page. They're this size because this is the size of pages that I grabbed out of my filing cabinet. I have a 3-drawer filing cabinet over in the corner, and it is chock-a-block full of coffee dyed and batch dyed and beetroot dyed and every other paper known to man. So okay, when I make the pocket, I take the top off because it's just what I did. But I leave the bottom on because we're going to fold that up. So out of one page, well actually this is 2 pages now, so out of one page I can get 2 pockets. So I will fold it in half, and that's the size of my 2 pockets. So there we go. This will make 2 pockets. So basically what I do is fold it in 3. I make it so that the outside pocket probably folds over a little less than the inside. Doesn't really matter either way. Don't mind me, I'm just thinking. Inside pocket, outside pocket. I actually like the inside pocket to fold a little further, so we will change our plans slightly. Like I say, this is the part of no measuring that becomes an issue for you, because you're like, how's that going to work? Okay, that's better. I like them to be a bit more even, so because I'm going to stick my paper clip onto this piece. Anyway, I will just fold the bottom up, open it up again. We all know how to make a little bag. It's just a little bag. Just cut at an angle from that score line and a little bit of an angle over to it, and again over to that score line, a little bit of an angle at the bottom. Right, now trick is, don't forget to put in your paper clip. Whichever way you're going to fold it doesn't matter, but remember, on the last fold you need a paper clip I like to put the small side inwards and the large side outwards. That will be about in the middle. Just check where your paper clip ends up. I like it in the middle. Doesn't really matter, but you know, aesthetically it works if it's in the middle. And then I just glue up this side next to the paper clip. And then I just put a tiny little bit of glue over the paper clip to hold it in place so it doesn't go anywhere once we've closed our little pocket. And there you have it. There's your little baggie. Now you just have to stick the bottom piece up. And you have a little bag. That's that. Now for a little tag. And when I make the tags, I take a page. This one's just a single page. I do virtually the same thing. Now, I do it this way around for a tag because I want to make sure it's going to poke out the top a little. Now it's going to, because we did the fold at the bottom of the bag, which we're not going to do to the tag, so there's going to be an extra bit, but I like to leave myself, you know, a little safety net. You can cut these down to size once you've made them because they're very easy to cut down because they're just a page. Now you want it to be obviously thinner than your bag, so yeah, it works for me. It's probably a little thinner than it needs to be, but I'm going to fold it over and over. So the reason you do this is to give it a bit more structure, and it uses up a whole page, which is always nice. You don't have to cut the sides off. I just like having text as, you know, the main sort of decoration on there. And I just grab my glue stick, give it a good cover over with glue. Don't usually glue this side yet. I will fold it up first and then I'll glue that side so I can just glue it down. A little bit less glue on my fingers for a moment. Go down this side. Now these feel a little flimsy when they're just immediately glued, but as soon as your glue dries they will stiffen up and you'll have quite a stiff little card. You can also back them with a little bit of coffee dyed paper if you'd like, so somebody can leave a little note there or whatever they choose. Now I will chop the bottom off because I prefer just to have the text, and then you can just pop it into your little pocket and chop it however high you like it. Yeah, I mean you could just cut it in half, or yeah, do that. If you had the little tab there, little divot, you could cut it off at the same height as the little bag as well. But this way at least it sticks out. If you don't want to put a tag topper on it like this one, it still sticks out, so you can see it and grab it if you are so inclined. And then yeah, you can decorate that with a little bit of you know, a paper snippet or fabric snippet or something if you'd like. And then when you've got your journal page, it just tucks on over like that and you've got a little tag to pull in and out if you desire. So that's what I'm doing today. Now I'm not sure if that's something you want to see over and over again, but I'll be doing it for the rest of the morning. I won't necessarily video the whole thing because yeah, you probably go stir crazy watching me do this for a couple of hours. I may go stir crazy doing this for a couple of hours, so although that might make for an entertaining video, I'm not sure. I think I'm a little bit crazy for some people to start with, much less after I've been doing this for 2 hours. So But anyway, out of one of these dictionary pages, or you know, like a double page, you're going to get 4 of these little bags. So you're going to be able to make plenty of these out of a dictionary or any other book you decide to use. But I mean, you could use anything. You could use scrapbook paper, or I mean, I don't know that I'd use anything super heavy. I mean, dictionary page is fairly light. You could definitely use something a little heavier for a bit more structure if you're concerned about, you know, the paper getting torn and whatnot. But yeah, I figure that's not going to be a huge issue. It's just a paper clip, and it's not like you're going to be taking a little tag in and out 50 times a day. So yeah, I feel like the dictionary page will hold up to the task. But yes, you could definitely use scrapbook paper. Like I say, anything heavy would probably be difficult to fashion into a little pocket, getting the folds and stuff. But you could use a scoreboard and whatnot if you're that way inclined. Chop the top off of that, and there we have it, another one. So yeah, they're very simple to make. They're kind of cute, I guess. But in the end of the day, I just really need some more paper clips and different paper clips, because you know, you don't want to have the same thing all the time in your books. Not very good at this folding to size business. If you were a measurer, you would probably have a better time with this. You know, it's just one of those things, isn't it? Yeah, I refuse to measure and I pay the price, but that's not going to change anything, because yeah, I'm just not a measurer. I would more likely screw it up actually worse if I measured it, and then I would be frustrated and angry at myself, because I would feel like a blithering idiot because I had measured and I still couldn't do it right. Yeah, I know this from experience, so I won't tell you how I experienced that, because you know, it's probably a long and varied story. I've made quite a few things in my time, and yeah, sometimes I have said to myself, you know what, we really need to do this properly, we should really measure. And yes, of course I've measured, and then it's all been completely wrong. I can't get my head around it and get confused, and I guess some of us are just not supposed to do things like that. I'm sure I could learn if I persevered. Shut your glue sticks, silly woman. Yeah, I'm sure I could persevere and learn to be better at it. But when this works, it works, you know. And I'm all for learning new things. It's not really something I'm adverse to, but when you've got something that works, why change it? I think, I don't know, maybe it's a bit short-sighted, but it just seems like more work to me when I have to. Sorry, I've got glue on my fingers. I dropped my glue stick on something else on my desk. Yeah, I think it's you know, I don't really often do projects that require, you know, a lot of measuring anyway. Like I say, you could measure this if you were that way inclined, but you know, it works perfectly well without measuring it, so why would I put myself through the hassle? But again, that said, if you are a measurer, fill your boots, go for it, do your thing, because you know, it's all about whatever makes you happy, especially with junk journaling. My goodness, don't do anything that doesn't make you happy. What is the purpose if you're not going to be happy about it? So yeah, might as well. Sometimes I make these without tearing them in half first, but then you get sort of, I don't know, you don't get it in half quite as nicely if you try and tear it in half after you've made a tube out of it. So sometimes it's a little better to do it first this way. Let's see if I'm any better at it this time. Oh, I guess that'll do. So yeah, varying sizes. Nothing that ever comes out of this room is the same size as anything else that comes out of this room. Adds to the excitement, doesn't it? That's why I make the tags individually. If I mass made them, then they would probably all be the wrong size. So again, I guess that's something else that would be more efficient about measuring. Anyway, I'm pretty sure you've seen me do this enough times now, and you've certainly had enough of me waxing lyrical about the fact I just like measuring. I mean, how many times can you hear that and just not want to tear your hair out? Particularly if you are a measurer and you're like, oh my goodness, if you just do it. Don't worry, I frustrate myself too. So yeah, I'll put this one together. Glue, glue, glue. And I'll leave you alone. You can womble off and make some of your own, or go shake your head about that crazy woman who refuses to measure things. There we go, another little baggie. So yeah, that's another couple of little baggies. I'll make a little taggy for those two and continue on. I have a stack of dictionary pages here. I am definitely overestimating the amount of patience that I have to do these, because yeah, that's a lot of dictionary pages. But I will do as many as I can before I go stir crazy. So alright, well thanks for coming along today, guys. I know it hasn't been particularly interesting, but yes, just something I needed to get done. And like I say, I will probably decorate these up with some, you know, little bits and pieces of paper snippets or whatever I've got floating around, and yeah, just something a bit cute to stick things in your journal with. So thanks a lot, guys. I will see you again next time. Bye.